My name is Jonathan. Today I'm going to show you how to mount solar to the top of your bus. This system came about after I was trying to mount solar panels onto my shuttle bus. I looked all over for solutions. I came up with a custom solution I thought was brilliant. It was aluminum, C-channel, on both sides, stacked it up. I had these custom T-brackets welded that would accommodate any panel size and adjust as needed with screwing holes and bolting and a little bit of extra work. But I thought the system was brilliant. At the time, perhaps it was. But then I found out that there were existing solutions on the market for mounting solar panels because turns out people have been mounting solar panels for a long time. Nearly all of these systems are identical in how they function. They've got a channel at the bottom that allows for you to take the mounting hardware, bolt it in, and secure it to a bracket. Now what didn't exist was a bracket that accommodated the radius of a school bus roof. So you'd wind up putting 90-degree brackets on and it would put your system like this. That's no good. Another note, the simplest way of mounting solar is to do two parallel rails, the full length of the bus or the length of the distance that you are mounting solar panels to. So what I did was I came up with the right dimensions, the right kind of bracket, something that was super versatile that would work with the hat channel and with the rivets and the radius of the roof. So I've got a special bin here that I came up with that was just the right spread, right? Because there's a limit for solar panels. You're not supposed to mount them directly on the outside with your supports. They've got to be on the inside per code, right? So integrating some of the common code and common rules for solar in the residential world, I was able to come up with a system that worked great for school buses. This includes using all aluminum brackets, all aluminum rails, and the only thing that's steel is going to be your hardware. This is all acceptable for the galvanic corrosion in the world of mounting solar. So this is a bracket. This is the common bracket for a standard radius of a school bus. You're able to mount these about 52 to 56 inches apart, and that's ideal. Then you mount your solar panels perpendicular to the bus, stacking them how you want. I've got three models of the brackets, and this is the bread and butter. This is the standard for a typical school bus. I've got a lower profile option that allows you to attach to a standard flat roof, something like a shuttle bus. And with that, you get to use the low profile system, which is lower profile, obviously, and it makes the bus look quite a bit sleeker because you do have a flat roof. I really like that option. If for some reason you have one of the school buses that starts off at like a standard height and then it has a bump that goes up as it goes towards the rear, so it's right basically above the driver's seat, it has a bump up for the raised roof, you're gonna wind up, if your panels are going over that section, you need to make that stretch. So I do have a couple of these. You'd only need two of them to accommodate that. Each of these brackets does have a slotted spot for when you're mounting the hardware, and that allows for a little bit of adjustability, a little bit of wiggle room. One of the other things we've got to overcome is mounting solar panels to the rail system. Once you've got your rails up, we're going to now attach solar panels. I do have a complete install video on this system, and I'll put that in the description below. These are the solar panel mounts. You've got end clamps and you've got mid clamps. This mounts into the rail, rotates, and locks in. Now I used to use mounts that were panel specific, so I'd have to inventory all the different sizes for the varying size panels based on the thickness of the frame. But this is a system that accommodates any size panel. You simply slide it down, adjust it, and then you lock this down, 1/2 inch wrench, it locks it in place. This is an end clamp. This is a mid clamp. This here does not have an adjustment, it just tightens into place and secures two panels to one another. In this case, if you were mounting two panels continuous, that would be a panel here and a panel here, you would connect the two panels in the middle with end clamps. This would be, there'd be another rail over here, and then you'd lock it down with end clamps, like so. If you're doing three panels continuous, you would have panel, mid clamp, panel, mid clamp, panel, and then of course your end clamp. And this can continue. So this is how you're going to come up with how many of these you need. The purpose in me creating this solution was because nothing like this existed in the Skoolie world. There are 90-degree brackets, the standard L brackets for solar. You've got the ones that come with solar panels like the Renogy nonsense. but it just was not a good solution. It's not versatile, and with those systems, you're often mounting 4 brackets on each solar panel to any random place in the bus. That's 8 mounting points, 8 screws, 8 holes for each panel. This system uses far fewer than that, and it attaches to the strongest part of the bus. So when you're ordering this system, you're going to purchase this from me, and it's going to come with the associated hardware, and it's going to come with 2 roof screws, the type of screw I use for mounting and securing to the rooftop, which goes into the hat channel as seen in the installation video. If you decide to bolt through your bus instead, which plenty of people do, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I've had 0 failures without bolting through, so at this point I'm inclined to not. But if you choose to, you can simply open up these holes, bolt through, secure it with the adhesive caulking that I suggest, and be on your way. As for quantity, if you're mounting a 14-foot rail like this, then you're going to want 4 of these minimum for that 14-foot section. If you're going to mount a 17-foot section, you're going to want 5 or more. There's some wiggle room there, but that's the recipe that I've used, and it's caused no problems. I've had no failures, no leaks, never had any of these brackets or anything come loose. Each bracket set comes with the bracket itself, stainless steel hardware that does drop in at any point and rotate, secures in there. I include a couple extras of these with each set for attaching an antenna or something like that. The next step is figuring out how many of these you need, and the reason why I'm selling these is because when you buy these online, they come in boxes of 20, right? 20 of these, 20 of these. Most people don't need a full 20, and you need a mix-match combination of the two depending on how you're mounting your panels. Same for these bolts, this hardware here, they're like $1.60 a piece or something, $1.80 a piece, I don't know. But they sell in packs of 20, most people don't need that. So I'm trying to provide this solution to make it as simple as I can for the end user to get your solar mounted properly to your bus. If you are interested in this kit, reach out to me on the Facebook business page, Sojourner's Way, LLC. I'm happy to put a kit together, mail it out to you, we'll get you taken care of. I don't have an e-store at this time, but I am hoping to have that in the future for this solution and a handful of others that will be coming soon.